They say there's a proverb that says, "Spare the rod and spoil the child." A little spanking, correction, teaching, and all of that will help to mold the child. Then you talk, you talk. The child will not mind you. And if you watch, the children are different. So we as parents, we have to be very, very careful. Myself like this, I know my kids. One of them, immediately she sees cane, she has gone into hiding. She will beg you, I won't do it again. And the next thing, and the other one, don't even try to use harsh, or should I say foul languages on her. Like, it hurts her.
Abusua ma wakaba de bansam sisi adwumadie so video bi a twa internet e social media na enne ye beka ho asem na asem no chese nyema koso die but as I say no getting out of hand enye Ghana ho there are a lot of countries that nyema bi say koso wo ho no papa wohwe akokorawa papa pedimu a chese akola a wo betimi afre ne se ne nana na wodi ne gina peke mu abonten wo ne ho atroke egu ne papa chese wo ne akola no eda na ni bisa se ye ne na se na ambe e ba ne sen na chese e ba ne sa edi nti na ne ma bi se etimi koso ensem bebre na ye woka efanse wi hu anase ensem questions bebre ne wo bisa efanse na sana me ye be ko imu into details no wo de ma ye hwe video yi YouTube mranti no ye be blend kakra na mo wo be hu se ne ensem si kofa ai yes I'm right. Abusua misama wakwa bimse wankasa wani twia ayi sekunde akokore hwe akokore pani ni tiri ho pa no di gina kola ketwe yechi ye aya wo gu nepa eno na mi bisa se eyiwo ahokyire bi na kola na kom eno nti na otimi ma na ho kwan sa ema kokora we etimi esekunde no wo pete mu se wohwe area no mo yesa nti mu se hono mo da ho de dwa wono ne feel se esa wo ne de obi anya den eni ho ana so fo so wo ye wodan bi echi enti no obi ehu no ede ni ensusanso a ema mpelifo a enkese se wo tena fie na nkwala ye ne ma bi se na wo mutu omufu ema omujai no ekos emo mu na se sei one yes and we na never bete na a father sleeping with his own daughter. I mean a whole lot. I didn't then one edema in some way na eba. No and I never to mensa afre a young sister Auntie Precious aka Angel Fire aka Angel Fire. Another aka is there. I'll tell you Mamaga to join us today and discuss about this whole thing. What are some of the reasons why a young girl at that girl's age will be leaving herself for an old man like that to have, sex with her in the public place or in an open place? Is it stubbornness sake or lack of finances from her family, or maybe they are not taking good care of her, or they are not advising her? I mean, there are a whole lot of questions that people will be asking about such things. It is really going on in a lot of countries. So we have to discuss this. And so join us whilst we do this discussion with our sister, just as I introduced to you, Auntie Precious. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You and your smiling. You and your smiling.
If you don't want me to smile, then
madam, don't frown. Because even if you frown, the smiling will still draw on your face. force yourself to frown your face.
Okay.
Elegantious. Auntie Precious.
Yes, dear.
How would you feel if someone comes to tell you that your daughter of 15 years is being molested by an old age man, let's say 70, 60 years, 65 years man in public? How would you feel?
I just have one sentence. I'll kill him.
You kill who?
The man.
The man.
Yes.
Kill.
Yes.
But everybody has right to his own.
Everyone has rights, yes, but come to look at it, it's a child we're talking about here.
You will kill the man.
Yes.
For what reason?
For child abuse, if you like. Yes. And I mean, what would make an elderly man with all the plenty women in this world go for such a small girl of 15 years? I mean,
but don't you think the girl was also having interest in the man?
Okay.
Or she agreed to it?
Okay.
So after killing the man, and then your daughter comes to tell you, Mom, I agreed to it before we had what we had. What would you do? Or how would you feel?
You're putting me in a tight corner.
Oh yeah, I have to.
I would first and foremost analyze the situation. I would also analyze where it happened. There was an issue of rape. Sorry to say, I'm not cutting you out of the story. I'll take it back. There was an issue of rape in my neighborhood some time ago. He's an elderly man who they said raped an 18-year-old girl.
Oh, 18 years.
18.
Okay.
I didn't see it as rape because this thing actually happened in the man's house. So you can see that the girl walked with her own legs from her own house to the man's house, which is not that far. So for me, I wouldn't call that rape. So let me be more, should I say, let me be more reserved with my statement. I take rape very seriously, but if that should happen, I would take the situations and the issues surrounding everything that happened into consideration first before I act.
Maybe you might not get into the details of the issues surrounding it, but after you have made out your actions, that is when the details will be coming. Let's say, for instance, this boy that has been killed at Kaswa like this. At the instant issue, I mean, a lot of things didn't come out. But right now, as we speak, there are a lot of updates that are coming out from other sides or other hands. You understand? At that time, the kind of pain and the shock that you will have will make you do what you don't want to do.
Exactly.
Before you will realize that you made a mistake, or before you get the details of how and what's actually happened before that thing came. Do you understand? So let's say you just did your actions without knowing or without even asking your daughter what happened or what brought the two of them together. How did she manage to get to that field with that man? What are some of the things that brings such acts? For a young girl to, leave herself for a man. Looking at this video, you can see the girl is stable with what she's doing.
She likes it.
Yeah, she likes it. She really likes it. Is it that she just loves the sex with the man, the sex that she's having with the man, or it's lack of, parental care from her house?
Okay, so I did watch that video that you talked about, and it was obvious from the video that the young lady was enjoying what the old man was doing. So now let's just go mild a little. let's just go mild a little, because the issues that are around sex, it's so wide, so large. If we say we want to start discussing, sometimes we might not be able to discuss it all. So for a young girl like that to stand outside, because I don't see that man in that video I watched say, in my mind, I don't assume I imagine him having so much money like that and all that, because I knew they were in some bush or and all of those things. So it could be a whole lot of things. It could be that the young girl herself, say it could be an abuse from her home, say a parent, an uncle or something must have abused her and she just has a thing for old men. It could also be neglect by the parents, financial issues and all of that. And it could also be
And that man could support her
give
with some coins.
You see, give her that little support that she needs at that time. So that is why you find her doing those things, doing what we actually saw in that video. So the issues around sex is so, I don't know how to put it, it's so large and it's cumbersome. Like if we want to discuss, we can't discuss it all, because of late the world has even changed.
Sure.
You can find a 10-year-old girl going out for an elderly man. You know, she knows she can milk him and she can get what she wants from him and all of that. And sometimes we too, as parents, we don't try for our children, especially the girl child. And then so much emphasis has been placed on the girl child, train your daughter well, do this, do that, and we also neglect the boy child. You understand? So there's some ethics and upbringing you also have to give the male child. Do you understand? So that when he's growing up, somebody will be there. My child is a boy. He can't wash. He can't sweep. He can't cook. You know, all those things. And then the boy grows up being so dependent on the women alone. You can see him changing women as if he's changing clothes and all of those things, you know, going all out to rape somebody's child and all of that.
Because anything he does, they support him.
Yes, they support him.
So he thinks
everything is okay. Just because he's a male child. You get my point. The boy can misbehave as much as he wants, but the society that we are actually living in is laying so much emphasis on the girl child. So how about training your male child in the right way he's supposed to grow? Because these things is not one person's act. It is one person colliding with another person and doing those things. So I feel like we need to move away from that thinking that everything is about the girl, is the girl who gets pregnant and all of those things. And we should actually look at bringing up our male child properly also, so that they don't constitute a problem or a nuisance in the society.
I see. Wow. So that means we are always, we've always set our mind on the females.
Yeah.
That is why sometimes the male child most of the male guys, let's say the males, misbehave outside there, and it's all about upbringing.
Yes.
Oh, I see. But there are some children, no matter how well you bring them up, if they say they will act like that or they will be stubborn, they will still be a prodigal child.
Action. By all means, Esther, I want to agree with you. In almost every home, don't let me say all home, you still find that prodigal child in that house.
Yeah,
do you understand what I'm trying to say? I also have one in my house like that. But I'm saying there's an extent to which we as parents, you know, you don't just give up. You don't just say, I've tried, I've trained him, I've done this and he's not listening, and then you give up. That is where we make the mistakes as parents, because some of the children, they won't just listen no matter what. But you as a parent, you would have known that you have done your best, and you would have been satisfied in your conscience that I did my very best for him. So even if he decides to go wayward, I believe that at some point his mind can go back and then recollect. because sometimes we as parents, honestly, we don't try for our children. You talk to your child once, twice, and the child is not going the way it's supposed to go, and then you just leave the child like that. You understand it? And this thing starts from the scratch, from when they are very little. These problems don't just wake up and happen all of a sudden. You get my point. The killings, they don't just happen. The prostitution, they don't just happen, and all of this. You can see that it is some of the stubbornness and all of this. So they start from a very tender age. Do you understand? So when you try your possible best as a parent to mold your child, I mean, the society, if you don't have bad ones, then it's as if everything is equal, like everything. So it's the bad people that will make your eyes open that, oh, what this one is doing is bad, and what this one is doing is good. You get my point. But we as parents, we really, really have to do so much work on our kids, especially when they are little. You don't wait for the child to get to 10 years, 11 years, 12 years before you want to start training them. At that point in time, it might become difficult.
Sure.
The message you are trying to pass across to the child, the child might not exactly get it. But if you start from the scratch, let me give you an example. The Catholics, they use a strategy. They get their children from the very, very early age. So you can see it is difficult for a real Catholic, born Catholic and all of that, to say they want to change their church and all of that. So the best time for you to get a child to learn everything you want the child to learn is from the scratch. You don't say, oh, and the child will misbehave, and you say, oh, it's a small child. The child will do something, but oh, it's a baby and all of that. No.
I know people like that.
Have you seen? So you don't close your eyes to certain things.
If the child does something bad or do something bad, just come and tell me. Don't talk to the child like that. Don't do this, but just come and tell me to straight the child myself, because it's my own child. I know how to talk to him or her.
Look at this. So all these things, they are not helping us. I went for a PTA meeting at my children's school the last time, and a parent was telling the school head never to flog the son, because when he does that, the child will not come to school again.
And
I'm like, if that was my school, I should have sacked the son from that school, because I mean, I'm nobody saying flog excessively, and I know the Ghanaian education doesn't even allow for that anymore. I heard if you say you want to spank a child and all of that, you have to go to the head first and take permission. They say there's a proverb that says, spare the rod and spoil the child. A little spanking, correction, teaching and all of that will help to mold the child. Then you talk. The child will not mind you. And if you watch, the children are different. So we as parents, we have to be very, very careful. Myself like this, I know my kids. One of them, immediately she sees cane, she has gone into hiding. She will beg you, I won't do it again. And the next thing, and the other one, don't even try to use harsh, or should I say foul languages on her. Like, it hurts her. Like, it gets to her really, really emotional. Yes. So for me to want to get that message across to her, since I've been able to study them and all of that, if it's the one who doesn't like the words and all of that, then I use it on them.
Emotional.
Don't be stubborn. Why are you doing that? You have to behave properly and all of that. And the one who doesn't like the cane, immediately she sees the cane, she stops whatever it is that she's doing. That one who doesn't, who is more about what, you can flog her from now till next year.
She won't change.
No. So we have a duty as parents to study our children. You see, the world we are living in now, everybody's out there, you want money and all of that, and you neglect the child. When you neglect the child, it comes back to the society. The child will become a nuisance at the end of the day. So no matter what you do, no matter where you are and all of that, create time for your children. If you create time for them, you can see when things are not going on well with them. You can see when, oh, my child is looking very unusual today, so what happened at school and all of that. But we don't have that time. We don't have that time, and that is a major problem we are also facing as parents. You understand? So from that video that we watched, you can't imagine where that girl's parents would be at that time. Say they've gone out, they've gone to work, and they've left her alone there, and she's just there with that old man
They might be in that house.
even, and the old man is just taking advantage of her like that. So those are some of the things say we need to look out for. And then some of these kids, they've actually been molested in their houses before by say an elderly person.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So they just have that thing for elderly people. So sometimes it's not even about the money, like somebody will assume, oh, she wants money, that is why she has gone to go and sleep with them. And most of the time that is the case, but it's not all the time.
I see. Hey, parents, you have a big job to do. Really.
Yeah.
You really have a big job to do.
Yeah.
Mine is yet to come. I'm getting very soon.
Very soon.
I'm really getting prepared for that.
Everyone should be prepared. You don't just have to give birth for the fun of it. Anybody can give birth. You have to be prepared before you bring a child to this world.
Sure. You know, when things like this happens, you know that you see how old this man is.
Yeah.
They will try to make it a family issue. Oh, the man is old, so irrespective of his age, we should sit down at home as family and then talk about it rather than taking it to the police station. So do you think sometimes the family solving issue also helps? Or what?
The families, I don't know of
Or the law is even better?
I feel like the law is better because myself, I won't take that issue lightly. God forbid it comes to my home, but I am very, very certain it's not something I would want to take lightly. And you see, I'm watching the Ghanaian society and the Nigerian society. Back home, we take these issues very seriously. Because I have a friend who shared with me that the uncle tried to rape her, and then when she came and she told her mom, the mom couldn't even confront the uncle, couldn't say anything at all. So for me, that was very painful. It was very, very painful for me as a female to start with, because I didn't just understand it. So sometimes the families don't help. The parents don't even help the children. I mean, just how much can say your brother have that will be worth your daughter's pride?
Yeah.
You understand? If I'm the one, I don't know what I would do. Honestly. I personally, I'm speaking for myself. I don't know what I would do. But just to sit back and not say anything, not even question the uncle, I felt like that was too bad. So for us as family, or how should I, the families don't even help matters at all. It is better you take the issue to court. No, they'll spend money. Do you understand?
And that is where the problem lies. That is why they most want to, do it at home, solve the issue at home.
That is it. You spend money, but at least you would have gotten justice for your child. And if you do that for the girl, and she has seen just how much you fought for her and all of that, her head remains up, like held up high. But if she comes to tell you something and you don't even act on it, then you see inferiority complex starts setting in. The child starts getting shy, afraid. Do you get my point? Like, do you think if another incident should occur, like she can come and tell you as the parent? No. So even if, let me say, you would even lose that case, and you fought a good fight, your daughter will hold her head up high. Do you understand? And going forward, you would even help her to build her self-confidence. You would help her to be able to talk to people about it and all of that. But just keeping quiet and not doing anything about it and all of that, it's sad. And for me, the family won't exactly help in this issue. So the best thing is for you to go to the rightful authorities and let them take charge of the situation. Okay.
Auntie Precious, a little advice the parents, because when the parents gets the advice, that is when they can use it for the kids at home.
So I'd like to advise every parent, no matter say how busy you are, make time for your children. Be friends with them. Give them that opportunity to be able to share even very minor problems with you. I don't know, each time I go to pick my kids from school, they start telling me everything that happened at school from the car.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
From the car?
Yes, from the car. They start telling me everything that happened at the school. Even when my daughter got a letter from a boy in her class, she told me she didn't go to tell the teacher. So these are some of the kind of friendship you build with your children. And I'm not even going to limit it to say the girl child, the boy child too, because some of them, they have challenges. I did meet a friend before who has this natural hatred for females. He doesn't just like females, and that is because his household that the parents employed was the one who actually raped him. That was the first person who opened his eye to sex and all of that. So you can see he talks to females anyhow, he treats females anyhow and all of that. And all these things goes back into the very same society that we live in. So I'm going to advise all parents that make time for your children. Don't be too busy for them. Always be there for them. You can go out and look for your money and all of that, but at least create time for them. Create that relationship with them where they can't tell any other person what they are going through, but they can tell you. Be their best friends. The things say they can't even share with friends. They are supposed to share it with you, because friends of their age, some of them can't give wrong advice, but you are older and all of that. You know how to guide and how to direct. So that should be my advice for parents. Make time for your kids.
Wow. So parents, make time for your kids. And I yes, sister Precious. Can't our phone in say na creative friendship between us and our kids. And no wasn't you know okay or say or ne makra was school na before sana wonu bedu fie in the car and kwala ne eka na esi wo school nyina wo teachers ni just be esi wo school fit teachers abesi o mon fefo so ni nyina they make sure so mo ka chere no car ni kwala ta wo du fie. This shows the kind of friendship and I say in kabomo a wonne ne ma no a build it. Enti wono woma enya mrema woma enyema bi say no papa akola bi say bibi say oba be ka cho efiti ase papa no be di kan na akeka wa mama papa yo tie che ha say ni then they na wo kwan ya obefa so ene wo bana kasa na say wo kwan ya obefa so a stop it na sa nyama we nyina ne teenage pregnancy ni ne keka ho na obehu na we akoto akola atwene na obehu na che say wo ye na ne mama hu say de esi ni emu aboshe sakese ni nyina keka ho yesre say awofo no obema mani akomma emmanuwa ne mma ni nyina mrante ni nyina enye one side pe emienu both side ni nyina na niema entotototo na kwemu aban ni be ne de fine na wo a wo ye awofo na wo ne nkola ne teno wo so wasudie ehso eye kese sese wo ye ema umano aha ena meja mosie bidia ene akosua kokua ansa aka Queen Fidi apa also ana subscribe to your YouTube channel no na ja wo comment ema ye wo comment section no na fe so share your programs bi nyina videos bi a wo sabeka dia no share ma other social media platforms na follow you on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter ho hia me pass wo woni dada #too much teenage na ya me be share so we sabe aha ena meja mo si makra mo da senne message